Hey guys, welcome to this Anaconda installation course. Basically this course we have designed where we will going to teach you how Anaconda can help you as a data science tool. We will going to first of all teach you what Anaconda tool is, and how you can set up. And the best thing is that in this mini course, or you can say video, I will going to teach you how you can install for Mac OS. So if you're running Mac, so how you can install it on Mac OS, and same I will also going to teach you for the Windows as well. So you can see right now I'm in Mac, and in my Mac you can see Anaconda navigator. And we also have the terminal here. Now what is this we will going to teach you, and same you can see in Windows also we have Anaconda installed. So this is what this particular tutorial is all about. So it's a kind of a mini course, you can say, or a tutorial. But what I want to tell you for this course is that even let's say you're right now, let's say you're a Mac user. So still we recommend you guys to watch the Windows tutorial on installation of Anaconda. And also let's say you're a Windows user, so still we recommend you guys to watch the Mac OS installation, because we will going to show you what's the difference, and you will going to grasp the concept more fast. So in nutshell what I mean to say is that watch the complete video, do not skip. Like you're a Windows user, so you think like, okay, I will only watch the Windows installation. Don't do that. Watch the complete tutorial, then you will better going to understand it. So we will going to cover each and everything what Anaconda is, what are the requirements, what are the Anaconda navigator and prompt, what is the concept of Conda. So each and every thing, as a basic, we will going to step by step guide you from concept to the installation in both Mac and Windows. So make sure you watch the complete tutorial. Now guys, for data science, what are the the most important tools that we will going to discuss. So guys, when we are talking about, let's say, data science tools, right? So here if we just try to, let's say, discuss about data science tool, so there are plenty of tools. But what I will going to suggest you guys as a beginner to go for Anaconda. So Anaconda is like a toolkit, and inside Anaconda only you will going to see your Python. You will see the Python, and also you will be able to see a very popular known as Jupyter notebook that will help us to write the code as well. And also here you will be able to see all the libraries. Like you can see the libraries, you can see like let's say pandas. Now what are all these things? Do not worry about this. Panda, numpy, and also matplot. So there are plenty of them, and also you will be able to use Conda. So Conda will basically help you to manage your environment and package. So basically this is a major data science tool, that is the Anaconda, which we will going to use. Now along with the data science tool, there are plenty of tools. It's not only limited to Anaconda. You can use plenty of other things. Like if you just go to our article, if you scroll down, so here you can see the data science tools. So there are plenty of tools. So first I have told you the Jupyter notebook, basically it's Anaconda. That is so you can basically search for Anaconda. Or even if you just search for, let's say, Jupyter notebook, so you can just see about it. But we will going to get all the things inside Anaconda itself. So Anaconda is a tool we will going to use. And there are plenty of other tools like Google Colab. So if you might know about this tool, Google Colab, if you just click on this link, So you will go to Google Colab. Now see, Anaconda can be installed inside our computer. Okay, so whether you are using, let's say, Windows, Mac, so it can be installed, and it will take the storage of our system. Okay, that's the only thing, and it will going to take the RAM. And always remember that Anaconda is basically available in, your Mac OS, and also it is available in your Windows. Okay, so it's, available in your Windows, and also it's available in your, Mac OS. So there is no such problem. But the one thing which I will highly going to suggest you, whatever operating system you are using, that doesn't matter, but what matter is, at least you should have, let's say, 8 GB of RAM on your computer. Okay, so with this 8 GB of RAM, you can basically be able to do, or run Anaconda. Okay, so I suppose nowadays 8 GB computer is, very normal. Okay, and along with this, you should have, let's say, minimum of 512 storage. It's not totally compulsory that you must have the 512 or 500 GB of storage. Okay, it's basically GBs. Okay, so these are the two things. One and two, you should have, okay, to run the Anaconda requirement. Okay, but even you can start with, let's say, 100 GB, but this is what we recommend. Okay, so at least you should have 8 GB of RAM. Okay, 8 GB of RAM and this much of storage. So once you have both of this, then you will be able to run Anaconda easily, right? And that's it. Okay, so inside Anaconda you will be able to run Python. Okay, you will be able to run all the libraries which is necessary for us. Okay, in Anaconda, which is necessary for the data analytics. Okay, and by the way, there are other tools like Google Colab. Okay, so as we have mentioned, if you can also use this tool, but let's first, teach you the concept of data science. Okay, with the help of Anaconda. And once you happy with it, then you can use, let's say, other tools as well. So if you want to use other tools like, let's say, VS Code, PyCharm. Okay, so these are IDE. Okay, so you can also use this, but as a beginner, I will suggest you guys to go with Anaconda. Okay, even a beginner and advanced users use Anaconda because it has all the libraries which we require for data science. Okay, so you do not have to worry about anything. It just only will going to take the storage of your computer and the RAM. Okay, that's it. 8 GB of RAM and 100 GB of storage. Okay, minimum. Okay, and let's say in future, if you think that your system uh, you know will not be able to run Anaconda. Okay, maybe you become expert in Anaconda and you do not want to use your system for data science. So in that cases, we use Google Colab. So here you do not have to install Google Colab on your system. It will just going to work in the servers. Okay, cloud. Okay, so you do not have to deal with any type of limitation in the storage or RAMs. Okay, so it's a very good to go. Okay, so you can see it help you to do the data science and machine learning. Okay, and what I recommend you is to first go with Anaconda, and once you go with Anaconda, you can just use other tools like, let's say, VS Code. We also have PyCharm. We also have. Okay, so these are the two ID. Okay, which you can also use. Both are available for Windows and Mac OS. Okay, but right now currently do not go with that. As we have mentioned, Anaconda is good to go, and Google Colab also you can use in the future. PyCharm and VS Code you can also use in the future. Same is Spider. But there is a one tool which we have is the Cursor AI. Now this will help you to write the code using AI. So this is a very powerful tool. We will going to use this tool, okay, in the data science, but not at the start. We first will try to make you guys understand the concept of data science, and once you understand those concepts, then we will start to use AI. Okay, so AI, to command AI, okay, or to give any tasks to AI, you first need to know about the concepts and how data science work. Then only you will be able to guide AI. Okay, so this is the reason we will not going to use it from the start, as we will go to the advanced levels. After that we will going to start to use the Cursor AI. This will help us to make our tasks very much easy. And similarly we have one that is the GitHub Copilot. So this is also a very powerful thing, okay, with the help of AI. We will also going to utilize it, but all these tools later on. Okay, but first we will going to go and focus with the Anaconda. Okay, so as we have mentioned, we will going to use Anaconda, okay, for data science. It will automatically going to include Python, Jupyter notebook, libraries like pandas, numpy, and plenty of other things. And you will also going to get 300 plus curated libraries and data set, okay, for the data science. Okay, so let's see how we can install it. Okay, so what I will going to suggest you guys to open your browser and just go there and type install Anaconda. Okay, click on enter, and then you will going to see this link, download Anaconda distribution. Okay, so you just have to click on it, and after you do this, you will going to see, you will going to have to put your email address. Okay, and then you can download it for free. Now you might be thinking, okay, what about for the Mac users? Okay, so currently you can see that I'm a Mac user. Okay, you can see I'm a Mac user, and inside my Mac I'm using Windows. Now if you just go and type this my dash link.in/parallel, okay, you can see in the screen, and if you click on enter button, so you will going to see this parallel software. This will help you to run the Windows on your Mac. Okay, now question arises is that isn't Anaconda available in Mac? Because we have told you that Anaconda is available in Mac. Okay, yes, it is absolutely available, but you will going to see in data science 80% of the users use Windows. Okay, and there's a not too much difference, okay, in both of them, whether it's a Mac OS version or Windows OS version, but still there is a little bit of difference. Okay, so what I suggest you guys is to go with the window version first. Okay, so you also will going to get 30 days money back guarantee. So what I recommend you guys to just purchase the window version first. Okay, and you can just, let's say, go with the Parallel desktop. Okay, and you have a 30 days money back guarantee. So just go ahead to this software, try it. Okay, and I believe that within 30 days you will be able to complete the data science. Okay, and once you do and understand, okay, everything about data science in Windows, then you will not going to face too much problem in the Mac OS. Okay, as I've mentioned, both are almost same. Okay, but still there are some minor difference, and because of that you will going to face lots of pain in learning data science. So see, I'm also a Mac user, and I have purchased this every year. I renew it for this much price. Okay, so it's in rupees. You can see that in the dollars it's around $80, very cheap. Okay, for the pro edition. Standard edition you can even just go with the one-time purchase as well. Okay, so you will going to get 8 GB of RAM, which is I told is minimum. Okay, and which is a good for you to go with that. So you can also go with the standard edition. Okay, one-time offer with this much of price. You can see this is how it will going to cost. Let me also show you in the terms of dollars. This much 86, and you can just use this software for lifetime. Okay, that's totally up to you, but I will suggest you guys to go with the Parallel Desktop Pro edition. Okay, for developers, creators, okay, and power users. This will going to give you the enough things, okay, for data science. And another thing is that it's under the 30 days money back guarantee. Okay, so just purchase it, and in these 30 days you can learn data science with me. Okay, and then after you learn everything with the Windows version, then you can also try with the Mac OS version. Okay, and believe me, there will be not too much difference, but the minor difference is very little, but that minor difference will going to make you irritate too much. Okay, you will going to get confused what to do. Okay, so in that situation, I will suggest you guys to go with the Windows. Okay, so this will going to straightforward help you to run the Windows. Okay, so just go to an Anaconda. Okay, and just here just type your email address. For example, I have this email address. I will just going to click on the submit, and once I do this, you can see it will just going to send a email with a download link. So I can just open my Gmail with that download link. Okay, this one, and you can see I get the option to download now. So I can just click on the download now button, and you can see it's also available for the Mac, Linux, and Windows. So even you can just go with the Mac version as well, but then there will be not too much difference. You can follow along with me, but it's still, as I am mentioning, even 3% of that difference. Okay, it will just going to blow your mind. Okay, and you will start to get confused. Okay, but still it's totally up to you if you want to go with that, but I will go with the Windows version. Okay, and let's wait for it to get installed, and you can see it's approx 951 MB, okay, of the space it will going to take. So let's wait for the installer to download this. Okay, and Anaconda will automatically going to install Python, Jupyter Notebook, libraries, 300 plus data set, and even Conda environment. All these things will be automatically installed inside the Anaconda. Okay, so you do not have to worry about anything. Let's now wait for it to get installed. Okay, so you can see that it is now installed. So I will just going to click on the installer. Okay, and it is verifying the installer. You simply have to click on the next button. You just have to click on I agree. Okay, just for me, and you just have to go with the installer. Just click on next button, and now you will going to see one thing, that here add Anaconda 3 to my path environment variable. Now let me just take the screenshot. Now I will going I just need to explain you something regarding this. Okay, but right now we will make it untick. Okay, let's click on the install button. Okay, and let's wait. It will automatically going to install the package. You can see setting up the package cache. Okay, so it will start to install all the Jupyter libraries, NumPy, and all such details. Okay, so let's wait. And let me also minimize it. Okay, so let's wait for it to install each and everything. You can also click on show details, and you will going to see it is installing Seaborn, right, panel, and Anaconda dependency. Okay, all such things automatically will be installed, like pandas. So as I have mentioned, the pandas will be going to install, and similarly all the libraries, all the things related to data science will be installed. Okay, so you just have to have patience and just wait for it to done. Okay, do not click on anything. Okay, but this is amazing thing about Anaconda. Okay, so just by doing one simple installation setup, it will automatically going to install all the things which we require to do for the data science. Okay, so let's wait little bit, and after you do this, click on the next button, click on the next button, click on finish, and you will going to see something like this over here. Okay, let's wait. And by the way, you will going to see this an Anaconda navigator. Okay, will going to pop up here. Okay, so let's wait. I will going to teach you about it. Okay, what is Anaconda navigator. So this is an Anaconda navigator. You can just sign in if you want to. Let's cross it for now. So this is a Anaconda navigator. Okay, and there's also one thing known as Anaconda prompt. Okay, so if you just search here for Anaconda, so you will also going to see something known as Anaconda prompt and Anaconda navigator. So both are the things we will going to discuss it, okay, step by step. But let's leave it for now. Okay, so let's wait for if update. If there's a new version of Anaconda navigator, we strongly recommend you. Okay, so let's click on update. And it's still busy. Do you? Yes, quit. Okay, update now. Okay, update now. Okay, so it is just updating. So make sure that whenever you see such a notification, okay, for updates, so make sure you guys do that. Okay, so that is very much important for you guys to do. Okay, but we will going to have two things. One is the known as Anaconda. Wait, let me just write here as well. So when we use Anaconda, right? So whenever we use the tools like, let's say, Anaconda, so you will going to see two things. One will be known as Anaconda navigator, and another one is you will going to see something as a prompt. Okay, so what are these two things? We will going to teach you about the navigator as well as what is the prompt. Okay, so you do not have to worry about any specific things. Okay, wait, let me show you that. Okay, wait, cross it. Let me just open it again. This one I am trying to teach you, that is the Anaconda navigator and prompt. Okay, so Anaconda navigator is now up to date. So launch Anaconda navigator, and you will going to see it will again going to launch. So it will just going to take little bit amount of time, but you are all good to go. You can just minimize it. Okay, and it will just going to launch again. Okay, now you have installed the Anaconda, okay, on your Windows. Let's see how you can do the same thing, okay, on your Mac. Okay, so just write here Anaconda install. Again, just go here, download Anaconda distribution. Okay, even you can just click on skip registration and it will take you here, and from here you just have to go with whatever version you want to go with. Okay, so you can even select that. So you just have to go with the top two. Okay, it's depend on your Mac. For example, my Mac is Apple Silicon Mac. Okay, uh, but if your Mac is Intel based Mac, then in that case you have to go with the Intel based Mac here. Okay, so from here, just first identify, okay, what your Mac is all about. So if you have this M1, M2, M3 chips like that, so that means you have Apple Silicon. Okay, but if you don't have that thing, that means you have the Intel based Mac. Okay, so as a beginner, I will going to suggest you to go with the graphical installer, not the command line. Okay, so for both of the version, for Apple Silicon and Intel chip, you will see graphical and command. For Intel also you will see graphical and command, and for Apple Silicon you will see graphical and command. So you always have to go with the graphical if you have an Apple Silicon. Okay, so go with the graphical. If you have an Intel based Mac, go with the graphical. Okay, so I will go with this one. So I will click on it, and you will going to see the installer will start to download. It will just going to uh, you know take little bit amount of time, approx 740 MB of the size currently when I'm recording it. So this is what the size we have here. Okay, you will see this will be downloaded. Just open it, click on it, and you can just allow the package, click on continue button, continue, click on agree, and you can just install it. Let's say on the complete computer, install it. Just put your password for the Mac, install. It will just going to configure. Okay, it will running all the script. Installing time is less than 3 minutes. Okay, it's the same thing it will going to install like in Windows we were installing, okay, all the things, right? So similarly it will just going to install, let's say all the libraries now. Okay, and it will hardly going to take less than 1 minute for it to get installed. Okay, you can see after this, click on the continue button and then click on the close button. Okay, and you can move the installer to the trash, and that's it. Now if you just go here, and then you will be able to see your Anaconda navigator. Okay, so if you just open this up, now you will going to have the Anaconda navigator here. Okay, so let's wait for it to open up. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It is taking little bit amount of time. You can just cross it, and you can see in the window version and in the Mac both are same. Okay, so you do not have to worry that much. Okay, so when you are in the Mac version, all things are good to go. Okay, and that's it. Anaconda. Okay, so now just understand one thing. Like here, as we have mentioned, okay, for the window users, you will going to have Anaconda navigator, okay, and prompt that you can see here. Okay, even if it doesn't open on your Mac, you can wait the navigator, and if you just type here Anaconda, you can open Anaconda prompt and Anaconda navigator. Okay, on Windows. Okay, Anaconda navigator and prompt. Now same you have on your Mac as well. Anaconda navigator you have understood. Okay, Anaconda navigator, and for prompt you will going to use terminal. I will going to talk about this later on. Okay, but currently you do not have to worry that much, but in this way you can install your Anaconda on your Mac as well as in Windows. Okay, now we will guys going to focus with the Anaconda navigator. Now in simple word, if I just try to teach you about Anaconda navigator, so it's nothing, is a visual interface. Okay, so that is what the navigator is, and the best part is that it doesn't require to do any sort of a coding. Okay, so coding is not required in Anaconda navigator, any sort of a code or anything. So be happy with this Anaconda navigator visual interface. Okay, it's a visual interface. Now if we just talk about for Mac users, okay, so let's say if we just talk about the operating system. So in both operating system, whether it's a Mac OS, okay, whether it's a Mac OS or Windows, in both of them it's available, straightforward. Okay, so suppose you want to open navigator, okay, Anaconda navigator, simply just go to your application here through launchpad, or even you can just go to your finder in the application, and here you can just search for Anaconda navigator. So here at the top you will see Anaconda navigator. Okay, so just simply open this, and boom, Anaconda navigator will going to open. It will just going to take few seconds, and boom. If you see any update, always update it. Okay, and let's wait. It's update. Okay, let's update it, and it will always going to uh, update the Anaconda. Okay, so it will just going to perform better. And let's launch navigator again, and boom, you can see very easily you have installed, or you can easily launch anytime Anaconda navigator like this. Okay, awesome. Same if we just talk about Windows, so you can just click on the start and just search here Anaconda. Okay, and you will automatically see an Anaconda navigator. Tap on it, and boom, Anaconda navigator. You can launch it on your Mac, sorry, on your Windows as well. So in both of the case, it's very simple and straightforward. Okay, to launch the Anaconda navigator. Okay, so let's not make too much complex. If I just go here, okay, so nothing. Okay, so it's just a visual interface. Okay, so you can see same, both are same. If I just show you in the Mac version as well, you can see both are same. PyCharm install, Anaconda AI navigator install, both are absolutely same. Okay, no difference. Now let me just cross it from both of it. Okay, so in this way you can launch navigator in both Mac or for the Windows. Now question arises is that what is this Anaconda navigator? Okay, so it's very much important to understand it. So guys, basically Anaconda navigator will basically going to help you for few things. Okay, wait, let me just write it here. Okay, so it basically help you to launch any particular tool. Okay, and also it help you to manage packages very easily. And okay, packages, or even it could be, let's say, also help you to manage the environment. Okay, so for all these things you can see your Anaconda navigator is very much useful. And the best part is that you don't require to do any sort of a, code, or any sort of a coding here. Okay, so which is a a very great thing, okay, about this Anaconda navigator. Okay, wait, let me just open it. Okay, awesome, right? So very simple, and it's straightforward. Now if you even open, let's say if I just again open navigator, it's very simple and easy to open the navigator. And as I have mentioned, it will help you to launch tools, manage package, and manage environment. So suppose if you even cross it, now you can see you have the option. There are plenty of tools like Q2 console. You have one sort of a tool, and let's say you want to launch it, and this is what we have set. Okay, it help you to launch tools, packages, and all these things. Okay, so with Anaconda navigator, it is possible for you to launch any tools and manage them. We will going to talk about it later on. Like VS Code is also here, you can just launch it, and so on, right? So this is what the Anaconda navigator is all about. So now guys, hope we are getting very slow. Okay, so you all can understand the concept. Now after this we will going to talk about the Anaconda prompt. Now all things are same. Okay, for example, navigator is for the visual interface, but when we are talking about prompt, okay, so it's a coding. Okay, interface. And the thing is that here you need to do some sort of a coding, or I can say command, to use this particular prompt. Okay, hope you guys have for now understood about it. Okay, that prompt is nothing, it's a coding interface where we use some sort of a command to use the Anaconda prompt. But in case of navigator, it is a visual interface, so without doing coding or command we can use it. Okay, so this is the thing, and here you just need to make sure that without coding, okay, so without doing coding you can do all these things. Okay, and let's just compare it more in detail. Now if we just talk about how we can use it, let's say on the Mac OS, or let's say on Windows, right? So how we can use it in the Mac OS or Windows? So let's just even cover about it. Okay, so when we talk about using Anaconda prompt, okay, on your Windows, so it's very simple. Just go here and search for Anaconda prompt. You will see this one, tap on it and you will see Anaconda prompt will going to open, and here you can write the command, and you can see it's a base, that means it's perfectly installed. And let's say if I type here conda, okay, and if I click on enter button, so you will going to see that all the packages it will going to show, and that means conda is that means Anaconda prompt is working. Okay, now what is conda, we will going to talk about it later on, but let's first compare both of them here. Okay, now I have taught how to use Anaconda prompt, okay, on Windows. Now what about Mac OS? So guys, in Mac OS we use terminal. Okay, we use terminal. You can just search for terminal. So by default Mac has the terminal, so here you can automatically do one thing. For example, here if you write here conda, CONDA, click on enter, and boom, all things are exactly same. You can see here server, search for packages, okay, search for packages. You can see here as well, search for package, everything is exactly same. So in nutshell, understand one thing, that to use Anaconda prompt on Windows, you will going to use the application is automatically installed on your Windows, that is Anaconda prompt. And to use the same thing on your Mac, you will going to need to use your terminal. Okay, so make sure that you don't have any confusion about it. It's very simple and easy, right? And if we just talk about same, this is how it will work. It will help you to, let's say, launch some sort of tools, okay, or even it can help you, okay, to, let's say, manage packages. Also it will just going to help you with managing the environment. We will going to talk about it in more detail after some time or in the courses. Okay, and also it help you even to do some advanced stuff, okay, related to data science. Okay, but with the visual interface you are limited to some extent, but it is still sufficient. But if you want to use it for the very advanced level, then in that case Anaconda prompt are only going to be used. Okay, and as I have mentioned, to use Anaconda prompt or do all these things like launching tools, managing packages, environment, and all these things, you need to know about coding. Okay, because here, as I have mentioned, you need to do coding, right? And in this case you do not require to do coding. Okay, just by using a visual interface you can do each and everything. But with Anaconda prompt, you have to learn about some sort of a coding or command, I can say, that will help you to do all these things. That's the only thing I wanted to teach you here for now as a beginner. Okay guys, we have installed both of it. Okay, and now you have understood what's the difference between Anaconda navigator and prompt. Okay, and on both, whether you're a Mac OS user, Windows user, what's the basic difference. Okay, each and everything has been covered, and from so on there is no such difference. Okay, like whatever you will going to type here, okay, the prompt, the same prompt you have to type in the Mac. Okay, so everything will be exactly the same. Okay, now you don't have to think like you have some sort of a confusion. So let's say you are using, let's say, Windows Anaconda prompt, so whatever prompt you will type here, or whatever prompt you will going to type on the Mac, it will be same. Okay, 99% prompts will be, or command will be same. Okay, so you can go ahead without any confusion. Okay, and you can just continue your, let's say, data science journey, or continue to use Anaconda. Okay, and operating system now doesn't work, the installation is done. Now whatever command you will do, both will be same in both of the operating system. Okay,